Hey guys, welcome. It's time for Kamen Rider Zero One, episode 3, 4, and 5 review.
Yeah, I was on vacation.
Once again, we are joined by Skye, the Numpty, however the hell you say it.
Heyo! It's Numpty.
And Len.
Yeah, and Len, like always, because it wouldn't be a Kamen Rider video on this channel without him.
I'm great.
So altogether, we watched 3, 4, and 5 because, like Len said, he was on vacation for the entire month, and we missed a couple episodes. So,
I went to Connecticut.
Connecticut. How was it up there in Connecticut?
Hot.
Okay, that's fun. It's hot everywhere right now.
Yeah.
But maybe soon it'll be cold. Anyway, let's start this like how we usually start this, or how we should start this, with episode 3. The Tres Episodos.
Oh, that was the sushi one, right?
Yeah, it's all about sushi. So it starts by us seeing Aruto actually like being a president. He went to a business meeting and he's trying to sell this gear to this old sushi restaurant owner.
Decrepit old man. This really, like, I hate robots.
Yeah, it's an old man that really doesn't understand these newfangled technology things.
He's a boomer.
I don't think it's fair to say he hates robots, because we find out that he hates all the students he taught as well. All the human students.
Because they didn't understand what heart meant.
Yeah.
But
they didn't watch enough Kamen Rider Drive.
Basically, but
then they definitely didn't watch the Heart movie.
You damn right they didn't. And if they skipped that movie, they committed a sin. So, but because he's a robot, he's like, I don't have a heart, and he's like, that's the point. Now leave.
Aww.
And I mean,
they were just like, this is fucking weird.
Yeah, this is kind of
Then the vice president of the dick comes up and he's like, you couldn't make the sale? Step down. You missed one sale at a tiny restaurant.
Yeah.
One sale at a tiny local sushi restaurant. How dare you?
You stupid bitch.
You absolute fool. And then Aruto is correctly like, what the fuck? And he's like, don't worry, I got this. So they go around and are like, hey, how do we make the sushi? And then his old students are like, this how you make the sushi on my iPad mini.
And then the robot's like, oh,
that's how you make the sushi. And he like masterfully replicates it, and everyone is so amazed.
The old man's like, I guess it's okay, Baka.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not okay with the robot. He's all grumpy about him making sushi.
He sees the dude like make perfect sushi, and he's like, no, I hate it. And the robot says, I'll do it 10,000 times. And he says, yep, welcome to the team.
Well, it was after the big bad guy Humagear turns I don't know his name, the sushi robot, into like one of the grunts, which I found surprising. Because you would think it would go like, oh, Aruto becomes friends with this robot gets hacked. But it didn't happen. Kinda. He didn't get turned into the main robot. Some random barber did.
Yeah, and then this guy was like, argh!
And then he got turned into like a grunt Humagear or whatever. And then we got to see Kamen Rider Valkyrie!
She was cool.
She was pretty dope.
They were pretty cool.
I
like that their transformation is they're like, I've done this before, bounce the bullet off my hand, done, get it over with.
Well, yeah, no, she didn't like punch the bullet like Fua did. She didn't even remove the gun from her belt. She just pulled the trigger while it was still on her belt.
It was dope.
And what was great is like after them fighting, she went up to Fua and was like, see, that is how you're supposed to do it. Which is great. Yua is a sassy mofo, and I love it.
She's wondrous.
She's sassy. She is correctly. She is rightfully sassy towards Fua, because Fua's kind of a dick.
Sometimes.
He's most of the times.
Yeah, and that was episode 3. It was pretty good. I enjoyed it.
Oh wait! We missed biting shark.
Oh yeah, the shark. The shark was dope. It has big shark teeth.
Yeah, we got our first like I guess, form change. It's not. I don't know exactly how to say it. It's like it's his shift cars, you know. He got.
I suppose
It was pretty cool.
Kugo would say "die."
Yeah.
Chohenshin.
Yeah.
He'd say Chohenshin.
He got his he got his tire Kokai, you know. And it's a
Kokam.
shut up. It's biting shark, and it's cool and blue. And his finisher is that he gets really long fangs out of his arms and just nom. And then text.
What do you mean nom?
Yeah, he noms them.
It was like. It's like when you go to the movies and it just.
It reminded me of Rogue's finisher a little bit.
It does, doesn't it? Because Rogue like gnaws on him with his big old crocodile feet.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that was
It's dope.
That was episode 3. I mean, the only main like story thing is that we learned that Humagears are made to understand the hearts of humans, and that's why the sushi boy got to work at the restaurant.
Oh, and don't forget that if they die, they can just be re-uploaded into our body.
Kind of. There has to be like some like. I mean, I get that there's like probably a black box somewhere in the Humagear where you can just slap it into another model and it's the same guy or something.
Oh, no, they said that they like back up the AI onto like a computer, and then just if they've got it backed up. So maybe you have to pay extra for backing up the AI.
Do you want?
You want the cloud save on your Humagear?
Yeah. Anyway, episode 4, which is a much more interesting episode, we get to go on a field trip to Chernobyl!
Yay! Chernobyl, otherwise known as Daybreak Town.
Which is, isn't that like a Kingdom Hearts thing?
I think that's the town in fucking,
Union Cross.
Yeah.
Can't we just go on a normal field trip with the Fritz? No way! Cruising on down Chernobyl.
Yeah, but
next thing that you know, Satan comes out and tries to kill you.
Yeah, so it's really interesting. You wouldn't think they would go to Daybreak Town this early, because that's where the main bad guys are currently.
Yeah, and they were just chilling, and then there was this one kid on the trip
Who got
his dad
bullied.
his dad was like the main head guy of the facility that blew up the rest of the town.
Yeah, well, like there were a bunch of students being pricks to him, and they were like, "Ha! Your dad murdered millions."
As you do in middle school.
As you would in middle school. I mean, it's essentially the same thing as your mom.
Okay, imagine if you went to middle school with
Pizza time.
son.
Basically. Oh my god! Whoa! I might have to cut that one out of the video. I'm not sure.
We'll just. Who's a less. Just edit pizza time over the word, and it'll be fine.
Anyway, but yeah. It's like, haha, your dad murdered thousands. Wow, look at the destruction he caused, since we just happened to go on the field trip in which we get to see your dad's destruction. And I'm not too sure what happens next, because then next thing you know, they're at the office and Aruto's like, what happened? And they're like, we can't tell you what happened. And then next thing you know, Fua has taken the child to Daybreak Town, and Yua is like, Fua, what the fuck?
If you want to know what happened, check out Matt McMuscles on YouTube.
Shut up, no.
Yeah, she's like, you can't go into Daybreak Town, and he says, I want it, and she says, okay.
Okay, anyway, here's this other progress key. And I love their little exchange, because he essentially goes, do I have authorization for this one? And she goes, nope. And walks away.
You aren't going to be able to bust it open.
Anyway, then Fua takes this kid into Daybreak Town so he could be like, all right, kid, come on.
Well, with the bus tour guide, by the way.
Oh, and also the bus tour guide for some reason.
Felt like she was giving false tour information on the bus.
Is that what she said?
Yeah, it was her job to give out accurate information to tourists, and she felt like she was giving inaccurate information.
Okay, I didn't write that one down. But, yeah. It's like, all right, if Fuwa's just like, all right, kid, come on, let's go see the shit your dad caused.
After Aruto shows that he's actually...
Oh yeah, he just like it's only episode 4 and we've already gotten Aruto being like, "Yo, guess what, Fuwa? I'm Zero One."
Yeah.
Oh god.
Also, can we quickly discuss that the main villain, I guess, of the day for this episode is literally Satan. It's just straight Satan.
It's just a bat, man. You get
It's
one.
a bat.
Yeah. Why does it have devil horns?
Because he's a bat. It's just big old. It's just big old bat ears.
Yeah.
You better pull up an image.
You get a bat every...
Yeah.
Pull up an image right now and tell me that it's not the devil.
I mean, I'll pull one up in editing, but
Yeah, that's what I meant.
from
I'm
what I
talking editing.
from what I remember, he was just kind of a bat.
Editing Parker, back me up on this one.
I won't.
We'll see.
Fuck Nago.
But yeah, so we actually get to go into Daybreak Town, which is really neat. And
then Fuwa's like, "This is where your dad died."
yeah,
Anyway.
he's like, Fuwa's like, "All right, kid, this is where your dad died. Let's see if we can find some evidence."
Oh,
He's like,
God.
"Okay."
Oh, but also, before that, we get Flying Falcon, which is pretty all right.
It's the pink.
You're right. You were yapping for joy when it was happening.
I don't know. I like Biting Shark more. I get hype watching Kamen Rider. After it's all said and done, I'm like, all right. So what actually happened?
They did. Yeah.
I like Biting Shark
And I like
more.
that they find. It turns out the Humagears, their entire memory is stored on like a micro SD card.
That wasn't a human gear. A human gear. I think it was like
just the robot.
No, it was just like. I think it was just like a security camera chip or some shit.
No, because she picked it up and she said,
yeah.
"You have found a Humagear."
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
And then she just popped
And then
it
she
in,
stuck it in her fucking brain tube.
which you should never do.
Yeah, but also we forgot to mention that Vulcan became Donkey Kong.
Oh, that doesn't matter.
He typed in DK mode in the cheat menu.
God, it's so amusing. So it's obvious that his actual hands are under the big ass like monkey fists, but it's so amusing seeing him hold the gun and it just looks like he's barely holding on to it.
He's trying his best.
He's trying his best. But yeah, but we actually get the reveal of what happened at Daybreak Town. And yeah, MetsuboJinrai.net hacked all the human gears and caused Chernobyl. And his dad was
and that kid's dad just blew himself up with all the...
And the kid got to watch his dad at his last seconds of his life as he blows up.
Then all the kids saw it and it was like, "Oh, sorry, your dad's pretty cool."
Sorry for bullying you, I guess. But also, you got a small dick, though. I'm just saying. Sorry your dad fucking died, I guess. Yeah, but what was really cool is that it was like, oh, by the way, here's all the proof that, this kid's dad didn't do it. And then, Fuwa was even like, wow, so you were right. You weren't going to keep it all under wraps. And we got another great moment of Fuwa almost laughing at one of Aruto's jokes.
I tip my hood to you.
I tip my hood to you, and Fuwa tried his best not to die laughing.
I will admit, the grin that he was doing, trying to not laugh, made me laugh. It was
great.
Bad.
It's a great thing.
I laugh more at the fact Fuwa's trying not to laugh than I do at Aruto's stupid fucking jokes.
Oh yeah, the jokes were awful.
No,
except for in episode 5.
Yeah, episode 5!
Oh.
Yeah.
Episode 5, Detroit becomes...
Say that
Yeah,
again.
that starts on, what's his... Fuwa? No.
What?
I don't know names. Who's the main character?
Aruto?
Yeah, it starts with Naruto on www.buyaslave.com, checking out the services available.
Well, no, he's trying to buy. He's trying to see how Human Gear the buying process works, which you can't just go onto the internet and just buy one. And we find this one mangaka living in a mansion, which I guess is impossible in the future. I mean, when you're using slave labor like this man, then maybe.
Well, you need to be aware it's a Kamen Rider character, so he's the only manga artist that exists in the world. He's the only person. Just like how in XA there is one video game company that makes everything.
I guess.
We are video game.
Yeah, I am Manga Man. I make the manga, and no one else.
I make your furry mangas.
It was a furry manga.
It was.
He was making it with Detroit Become Human Gear.
Yeah, he was using slave labor to make the manga, which, oh boy. Whew.
Robot slave labor, but still slave labor.
I mean, it was still slave labor. Granted, it's like $1,000 slave labor, but, still slave labor.
And Naruto was like, hey, maybe you should stop doing slave labor. And he's like, fuck you.
He's like, fuck you. And then we get to see him...
Maybe you should give your robots a break. And he's like, they don't need to sleep. And I don't think this man knows that, charging is a thing.
Yeah,
because,
what are the
My 3-year-old nephew knows.
Yeah, one of the human gears collapses, and he's like, just replace it, it'll be fine. It's like, my guy,
he never
we made these to be like friends and co-workers and shit like that, not, slaves.
Yeah, how old is this guy? He looks pretty fucking old, right? Yeah. My 3-year-old nephew knows how charging works.
Yeah, all machines need power.
Yeah, it's a little spook. I'll say that. Because okay, well that's the thing though, is that it's one of those things where it's like they had to address it at some point. So I'm glad they didn't just beat around the bush and be like, yeah, no, everyone's best friends with their human gears. Oh, it's so great. It was like, no, here is this one asshole. He does this. Other people are gonna do this. It sucks, and it's real life. Deal with it, kids. Eventually, you're gonna grow up to have a 9-to-5 job where you get no respect and you'll have to do nothing but lick the boots of corporate. Deal with it.
I mean,
for some reason, I can see David Cage watching this episode, just shoveling ice cream into his mouth and smiling super.
Yes, this is art.
This is art.
This is art.
Yes.
I don't even know how we got from slave robots to this scene that I know we're all dying to talk about.
Yeah.
Well, no. So then he goes back to the company and fuck you. And then
you cut out, and then you just immediately yelled. Fuck you.
The vice president was like, "Fuck you."
Yeah.
And then Naruto was like, "Izu, they don't have passion." Then Izu finds out that passion is the death of Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Izu just Googles what is passion, and then goes back to the mangaka and is like, "You don't have passion."
I was looking in the terms and service.
Yeah. She looked up the fucking terms and services and got his ass, and it was so good.
They looked at the terms and conditions. It's like, oh, you need passion to buy robots, and then she walks in. It's like, I've cancelled your order, and I just have the Giorno theme playing. You have violated our terms and conditions. Your manga has been demonetized.
And then, it gets revealed that he's like, I don't have the passion to make manga anymore. And it's like, well, maybe because you use slave labor.
And then the big robot with the drill that we forgot about comes in. And then he's like, oh shit, I had to grab my pen.
Yeah, he opens up his briefcase sort of and it says, Blade Rise! And it shows his pen and he's like,
yeah. And then they go to a warehouse. It's probably very cheap to film in.
Yeah, and then we get Flaming Tiger with the explosive force of 100 bombs.
100 bombs.
That was my favorite one of these three. Of the
yeah.
I like Exploding Tiger a lot. I mean, Flaming Tiger. Yeah. Sorry, I just heard explosions.
It was a very, very good suit. It was a very good upgrade. I liked it.
And then he started having fire shine in my hands and said it was lit.
Oh yeah, Naruto said this was lit, and I died. I actually died, and also Fua started laughing at it because he was like, "Hey, that's a funny joke," and I'm like, "No, it's just Naruto Naruto being a teenager.
This is fully lit.
This is freaking lit, guys. Yo.
Except he uses the same line like literally 5 minutes later to describe the manga guy's art. So I think he's just, it's not a joke. I think he just likes saying it.
I mean, he's a teenager.
Yeah.
I say that.
We saw this is lit, and we all just fucking went. Also, there was the part when he was doing his final bits of the attack, when it was like manga art.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
During the final part of the fight, it turned into a manga, and it was really good.
It was really well done.
Shit.
It was very well done.
They punched him like up through the panels, and it actually like showed the little rips in the panel lines.
And then we got the finisher, and it was good.
Oh, the finishes are all really good. That's my that's my kink right there. Is the
Really
Flaming Impact.
Flaming
Impacto.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, by the way, shout out to Monkey Magic for providing the voice for the drivers. You should listen to their music. Anyway,
Also, shout outs
to David Cage.
shout outs to
David Cage.
Hello, I am David Cage.
I am David Cage.
Do you remember our first game where we got David Bowie? It was good, right?
Do you remember Fahrenheit / I forget what the other. I don't remember the American name. Fucking. Wait, it was Fahrenheit in America, wasn't it? I don't remember.
Does anyone remember Fahrenheit?
It was David Cage's first game, and it was the craziest.
I
The
thought
Indigo
Omicron was
Prophecy.
their first game.
What?
I thought Omicron was Quantic Dream's first game.
Oh yeah,
What about Fahrenheit?
I don't even know.
that was their.
I don't even.
No,
Fahrenheit is fucking crazy.
Omicron was their first.
Okay.
Okay, so imagine if David Cage made The Matrix.
Oh God.
Speaking of David Cage, final thoughts on the episode.
Yeah. Final thoughts on episode 3, 4, and 5. What you guys think?
As far as like a ranking, I think it's scaled up. Like 3 was pretty good. 4 was a little bit better than that.
Yeah, and 5 was pretty great. 5 was a really good episode. I really enjoyed episode 5.
5 was sick.
I think 4 had.
Oh wait, we forgot the reveal of Hirobi telling Jin that he was his son.
Which I wanted him to be his daddy, but not in that way. That just kind of bummed me out. All that tension is gone now.
Oh, and then the erection dropped. No, I really enjoyed the episodes overall. So far, 01 has been off to a really good start.
I'm enjoying it, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I like it. It was good.
yeah. If you guys have also enjoyed us talking about Kamen Rider Zero One, subscribe and like, I guess, because we're going to talk about it more. Don't know if Skye's going to be here next time, but he'll be
You
here
better
when
tell
he's
me
here.
when you're watching.
I mean, I'm not going to tell you every time.
This guy's always here, watching,
I'm always
waiting.
waiting silently. I never leave.
Oh, that's fun. I'm glad to know you're always with us. Anyway, see you guys later.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye!